Back in the medieval times, the only person that can make fun of the king and not get their head cut off, the jester, he could come in, make fun of the king, do all kinds of stuff, and he'd leave with his head still connected to his body. Same with mime. Now I can make fun of a mayor or the CEO of a company, and I have the makeup on. It's just naturally accepted. So I'm able to have these rich experiences I could not have had without the makeup on. You need to be somebody who's uninhibited. Because if you are afraid to make mistakes, afraid to look funny, afraid for people to make fun of you, it's very hard to do mime. However, there is a bit of a hack or a cheat when you do mime. When you wear the makeup, it's like wearing a mask. So people don't know who you are for the most part. So you need to be somebody who has a really good imagination. They need to be somebody who is willing to just trust that their body can do things that they're not aware of it can do. My performance gives them an opportunity, permission, if you will, to just be a child again, play with their imagination, open it, that beautiful box that they had wide open when they were little, open it up again and find out what's inside. Mime allows them to do that. Instead of mime being limiting, it's actually allowed my communication to grow. I actually feel more limited with words, because with words, I'm very limited to language. That person has to speak the same language as me. Person has to be close enough to hear what I have to say. But with mime, I can instantly communicate with somebody who does not speak my language. When we're with people, we're often talking, but there's so much beauty in silence, pausing, and a body expression. That is such a powerful vehicle to human communication that I find is underutilized. The person behind the mime came from my childhood. I was often alone, so I would be in my imaginary world. So that's where that came from. And then being in my imaginary world, when I was performing, I loved making people laugh. Like, the sound of laughter to me is one of the most beautiful sounds in the world. And I think we feel that as people. Like, when we hear our loved one laugh, is there a more beautiful sound than that? So I love the sound of laughter. It's so beautiful. I never sought out to become a mime. Like, how many people do that? Hey, I want to be a mime. It doesn't happen too often. So mime kind of found me. And in fact, we all started doing mime when we were little. Like, when we were little, we used our imagination, and we played house. You know, we pretend we were a doctor. That's doing mime. I always saw humor everywhere. So it was just natural. It was like a language that I could speak. I was kind of shy, and mime and making people laugh was a way of me connecting with them. When you do mime, even though I'm doing mime, both imaginations are merging. It's a connection with people. Connection of minds. You use your imagination within my imagination, and they connect it together. That's what's so cool about mime. Like, when you go to a movie theater and see a movie, your imagination takes a vacation. It's not needed to watch a movie, right? You got the music there, you got the scenery, you got the sound effects. But when we do mime, the imagination is needed. The imagination is needed to set the scene, the props, the expressions, the clothing. So your imagination is working overtime to fill all of this in. So now, when you do a mime skit, the audience is already connected to you because your imaginations have merged. And now that people's imagination is connected, now their heart is connected. So you can make somebody cry, you can make somebody feel, you can touch their emotion through that vehicle. the other thing that Mime has meant for me was just the idea that when we laugh, we feel so good. And so I actually feel sorry for people who have regular jobs, because when let's say you do a great job, let's say your teacher, for instance, does an awesome job. Does all the students start clapping for the teacher? No. He's happy if nobody throws anything at him, right? But when I finish my show, everybody's clapping, they're laughing, it feels so good. And I just wish that everybody got applause after they did their jobs. Like, we hear the complaints, but rarely do we hear the compliments. And how good would it feel to be applauded for what we do in life?